Okay, can you hear me now? Okay, can you hear me now? Yeah, I think you can because I can hear me. So I have to turn my sound down. Yes, hi Valerie, thank you. You know, I'm not used to this tool, but I'm really used to like WebEx and GoToWebinar, and this one's kind of cool. Marky's the one that made me use it. There was another guy that I learned it from, but Marky's the one that made me use it and pay for it. All right, so here we go. Let me get back to my screen. Let's see. So you should, in a moment, see my smartphone. Oh, and my meeting. There we go. Hi, Carrie O'Connor. How are you? Thanks for joining me on a Sunday, right? What could we be doing on a Sunday? Oh, maybe if we're real estate agents showing houses. That's what my new agent will be doing in a moment. So I want to make sure you can see my screen. I don't see it yet. So let me jump back. Hi, thanks for joining me. Okay, yes, you can see my screen. Awesome. Oh, let's go back to that. I want this. And my phone. All righty, there we go. Okay, so I'm going to show you Snapchat. Some of you are already using Snapchat. So I've connected my phone to my computer. I will tell you, I've been using Snapchat for a while. For those of you that have heard me say this before, I'm only using it because my now freshman in college told me that there was an age limit, and you know, I didn't believe her, so I signed up. So really the only reason why I'm using it was because I wanted to see what they were doing. So if you're not using Snapchat, here it is. And I keep looking because I think Noah wants to come in eventually. Hey, how are you? Thanks for joining me. So I'll go over the dance moves. The dance moves, I'm not going to really show you how to do them, Lily, but I'm going to show you how I created them. Yep, there's Noah. He wants to come back in. Come on. I think that's my dog's job. I think his goal is whenever I do a webinar to bother me. Okay, so there's Snapchat. I'm going to click on Snapchat so you will see Snapchat. Look at my business cards all over my table. Oh, look, you know what? You might as well see what I've got going on. So I have a Diva ring. I have my other light, and I've got my Coffee with Carrie banner going on here. Snapchat. There we go. So I've got a lot going on right here. Okay. So I've logged into Snapchat. To make it a little bit easier, I'm going to just put my phone on something else so you don't see all of the repeated screens. So when you are in Snapchat for the first time, you do have to create an account. Now, in the top left-hand corner of Snapchat, you will see my Bitmoji. When I click on that Bitmoji, this takes you to my Snapchat code. And you'll know that my name on Snapchat is Carrie J. Little, and then my username is Carrie Joe Little. You'll also see that added me. I don't have anyone that's recently added me. I have, I can add friends and I can see my friends. When you first start using Snapchat, or if you're already using Snapchat, you can add your Bitmoji. And if you haven't downloaded the Bitmoji app to your phone, it looks like this. There's Bitmoji. It's to the left of my app store. It's this one. So I'm going to click on it again. So Bitmoji allows you to create your own animated character. And then when you do this, Snapchat has made some great updates where you can have an animated Bitmoji. So when you saw me post on Facebook earlier today that the Bears had a touchdown, that's because I actually created that image here in Snapchat, and then I downloaded it and uploaded it to Facebook. So all you have to do is go to your App Store or your Play Store and create your own, download the Bitmoji app, create your Bitmoji, and then when you're in Snapchat and you click on in the top left-hand corner, you can then in the top right-hand corner under settings, add your Bitmoji. So you'll see my name, my username, that I'm old, my cell phone number, my Bitmoji, my Snap codes, on-demand geo filters, passwords, everything else you can possibly see about Snapchat. Most of us are going to just work with the first few things. So I'll go back. And to give you a quick overview, in the top left-hand corner, I'll go back where it says search. I'll click that arrow to take you back to my main screen. So here, and you can't see me, so I'm gonna, in order to turn the screen around, I can double tap in the middle of Snapchat, or in the top right-hand corner, I can click that little flip the camera. There I am. So you're gonna see me talking in two places. So I might as well talk to Snapchat. At the bottom, so this little circle allows me to take a picture, or it allows me to record video. I will tell you that when you record video, they're 10-second videos. Snapchat made an update. If you're on an iPhone and you hold down that button right there, I think you can make like a 60-second video. It's about 60 seconds. And my husband just told me on his new Samsung phone, one of the updated phones, you can now create 60-second videos. So I think Droid is a little bit slower with the updates, and it's just because Snapchat updated for the iPhone first. So and I'm just going to take a quick picture to show you how it works, just by clicking that little circle. So now I've taken a photo. Once you take a photo, over to your right, in the top right-hand corner, T is for text. So if I click text, I can say something and then click done. And I can also move this up or down. I can also click the T again, and I can make the text bigger. And if I click it like 3 times, it puts it in the center. And this little bar to my right allows me to change the color. And when I click done, there you go. I can also make it bigger by using my fingers, which you cannot see at the moment. I can move it around just like that. Pencil. And if I click the icon, I get new emoji icon. So there you go. So I'm drawing in spider webs. And if I don't like what I've done, in the top right-hand corner to the left of that pencil, I can erase it. So if I go back to that pumpkin, I can draw with pumpkins. And if I click my color wheel, I can go back to the colors and I can draw. So I can literally just draw. There we go. So I just traced out myself. Not a good job, but you get it. If I click that pencil again, the pencil is no longer available, so I'm not using it. If I click the icon right below the pencil, this gives me emojis that I can use. If I click the scissors at the bottom, I can create my own snapshot of myself, and I'll go back. I can also, to the right of the scissors, click Bitmoji, and I can add my own Bitmoji to my screen. There we go. And if you click the scissors, I can cut myself out. So there you go. Now you're getting like the advanced stuff. This paper clip allows me to add a link, and I'll show you how I would use that. And then the icon at the end allows you to choose how long you want this snap to run. So if you choose 1 second, I'll never be able to see it. So you can have your image go up to 10 seconds, or you can have it run continuously. And so for the user to move forward, they have to know to click the screen. So they have to like click the screen. So if you can see me, so I'd have to click. So I'd say no limit. And now when I click the arrow first, before I click the arrow in the bottom right-hand corner, the arrow in the bottom left-hand corner pointing down, I can save this to my photos in Snapchat. When I click this plus sign, I can choose to send it to my story only. Or if I click the arrow to the right, I can choose who I'm sending it to. So I can choose to put this on my story, which I won't because people are going to go, what was she doing? I can send it to my sister, Mina. And notice Mina has 90 to the right of her name. That's because we're on a 90-day streak, snapping back and forth. My husband and I have a 2-day streak. Sheena and I have a 2-day streak. And then Sarah, we have a 1-day streak if you're watching. So if we were to snap back and forth every day, eventually you have a streak. Come say hi to the people, Mark. So I can choose to send this to individuals and send it to my story. My kids told me, Mom, if you're going to put it on your story, don't send it to me. But my group, I need to send it to you and put it on the story because not everybody knows to look at the story yet. But my kids know, they go and look at the stories all the time. So it drives them nuts. So I'm going to send this awesome image to my sister. And then it shows me here who's messaging me. So Mark, are you going to send me a snap? Can you send me a snap? Oh, he said he sent me one already. Oh yeah, he did. Why? How do we know that? You can see that I sent Sarah and Mina a recent message. You can see that my husband sent me a message because the chat tool is blue. You can also see people that are actually opening the messages. So if I were to, I'll come back to, we'll look at Mark's in a moment. So let's go back to our circle at the bottom. So here, if I wanted to come back, so I'm back. If I hold down my button in the middle, I can record a video. So now I'm recording a video while training how to use Snapchat on Facebook Live using a product called Zoom. So when it gets to the 10 seconds, it will keep going because on an iPhone, if you've updated, it'll just keep recording the video. If you're on a Droid phone, you might want to go make an update. The other cool thing is once I'm finished, I can choose to swipe to my left or to my right. It tells you what city I'm in. It tells me what day it is. Also tells me it's Sunday with my image in the bottom left-hand corner. I can make it go faster. I can make it go really slow. I can put in a smiley face. I can say what time it is. I can tell you my feet, where I am, what my altitude. I could tell you how cold it is. So, Barbara, California, it's 53. I can tell you how fast I'm moving. I'm not really moving at all. And then I can change it to black and white. I can change it to another filter and then back to the original. And then there's the original, and then we start over. Or maybe that's the original. Yeah. So there we go. It's that easy. Now at the bottom, I can turn off the sound. So a lot of times my daughter will say, Mom, if you're going to send me snaps while I'm in class, turn off the sound and then just type what you want me to see. I can click that arrow to save my snap, and then I can add, I can send it right to my story. If I click the arrow to the right, I can add this to my story, and then I can send it to other people. So we'll just spam my sister today. So we'll go back. So here we are, we're back at the screen. So if you, at this point, notice down here, the blue icon, this is where you check messages. So if I click messages, I can see who sent me a message. In the bottom right-hand corner, if I click those 3 dots, it shows me who has a story. So I can go watch my story. I can see James's story. I can see a few real estate agents' stories. I can see a lot of them are real estate agent stories. There's Katie Land. She's also a speaker. There's Marky's story. I'm looking, there's the Chicago Bulls and the Bucks. The only reason why I follow the Bucks is because we went up there because tickets were cheaper, play the Bulls. J-Man, he's quite entertaining if you want to follow him. And then notice when I continue to swipe, I get the news. So not that it's all great news, but look at that. Panthers, Bears, who you got? Bears. So I can watch I can watch the news stories, and I can do a quick ad so I can add other people, and then I can view other stories. So that's what happens when you click the three dots in the bottom right-hand corner. When I click that circle again, it always takes me back to the place where I can take pictures. So let's talk about what happens when you actually touch the middle of the screen. So here we go. When I touch the middle of the screen, I get these filters that all of us have been trying to figure out where these people are finding them. So when I click once, notice down here, I have these other filters. So now, oh, I've got little hands, and it changes the sound. Oh, that looks pretty bad. Oh, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be like Michael Jackson or not, but go with that. And notice when I continue to swipe, yeah, this one's looking pretty rough. Let's see, what does that one look like? This one that has two photos, it's telling me that if I had someone with me, they would also have ears. And notice when I tap the screen, I got a mustache. When I tap the screen again, it goes away. So I'll swipe back one. Notice when Snapchat tells you to tap, you get other options. So now, whoops, mustache, no mustache. This is my favorite. And notice it looks like I have on makeup now. So maybe I should just teach the whole class with this. If you click, we have like three glasses. This is Smart Girl Carrie. This is Superhero Carrie. And this is Cute Carrie. Now here's what happens when you record yourself. Hey everyone, I'm having fun with Snapchat. What are you doing today? We're actually learning Snapchat. So now, and you really can't hear it because this is plugged into my computer. So when I send it now at the bottom of the app, I'm going to click download to my all of my photos or videos, and then I'll share it. So we'll put it to my story. Hey, Sarah, we're going to send this to you. And then now when I click on this button, notice right below the little circle, I have these two little photos. When I click on the photos, it shows you what I've downloaded and saved. So at the top where it says all, this is all of my photos that I've downloaded. There's the one I created earlier. And then I shared that one on Facebook. I have a few. There we go. There's the dog. So here are my photos. I have stories that I saved. And then my camera roll allows me to upload my own photos. So you can create your own images and upload them to Snapchat. You can also, under all, once you've saved those images, I can now click this image, hold my finger in the middle of the snap, and I can export it. I can delete it. I can make it for my eyes only. I can edit the snap because maybe I want to type something on it, or I can resend it. So now when I click export, I'm saving it to save the video to my photos in my album on my iPhone. If you have a Droid phone, all you have to do is click download. And so it's saved. And if you just swipe anywhere on the screen, so for those of you that are looking at me, I'm swiping. When I swipe, I kind of just swipe. Whoops, too much of a swipe. Swipe on the screen. It takes me back to my memories. So back to my memories. And then I have the ability to just click on that little image in the middle, and there we are. So now, how did I get the Bitmoji to dance? Here's how. So I'm going to turn around for a second. And I'm going to double tap on my screen to turn my camera around. When your camera is facing the rear, just click. So notice here, if you're watching my other screen, just click once, like a quick tap on your screen, and then you get the filters back. And if you've added your Bitmoji, you have the animated Bitmoji. So here I am playing soccer. Kind of cool. There's the football one. This one is not animated with me. It's animated with a frog. Not too sure about what to do with that one, but yeah, maybe if you feel like that. Let's see. Let's find. Oh, there's an avocado doing the. Give me. Yeah. Well, is that DAP? I don't even know what that is. There we go. There's a bottle of wine. And here's one that's me, but it's me because of Halloween. Uh-oh, no, that's not it. Let's see if I can find it. Oh, they keep changing them on me. Oh, here it is, the skeleton. So this is me dancing. I have no skin. So that's all you do. So if I were to record this, let's go for it. Recording it. And now that it's done, in the bottom left-hand corner, I can just download it and never ever share it to Snapchat. And when I click the X in the top left-hand corner because I messed up, let's say. Now when I click the images, here I'll do this, the two little images at the bottom, my little iPhones. When I click, I can now select my skeleton. So if you can see what I'm doing, then I can hold my finger on the screen. And this will be different for a Droid phone, it just will be. So click, swipe, whatever works. And now when I click export, I'm saving this to my phone album or my photos album. So before I even share with you how to, there's a few other things you can do in Snapchat. I'm going to actually, now that I've downloaded this, here's what's cool. Is if I close this and go to Instagram, for those of you that are really using Instagram well, let's say you're just figuring out Snapchat, here's the benefit. You can click Instagram, and then in the top left-hand corner of Instagram, you can click that camera. And if you swipe up, so I'm swiping up, I can now add my Snapchat filter to Instagram. Kind of cool. So I can add it to my story. So I'm repurposing what I've done on Snapchat. Now you can, just like Snapchat, you can build stories here as well. You know, Facebook had to compete now that they own Instagram. So I just added this to my story. Same thing applies to Messenger. So here where I have Messenger, Facebook Messenger, bottom right, I can upload the same filter to, so I'll click the circle at the bottom left. By the way, you have fun things in Facebook. So far, I like Instagram's the best. And I can add this to my story on my day on Facebook. So I've taken one video from Snapchat and uploaded it to Messenger or Instagram. So let's go back to Snapchat. Okay, so, and I want you to play with this and follow me. If you're not sure how to follow me, I just clicked my image in the top left-hand corner. Just search for Carrie Jo, Jolittle, and follow me today, and I'll follow you back. If you take your fingers and swipe in the middle of the screen, Snapchat allows us to see your location. Now, the only reason why you can see my location is because you're looking at my actual screen, because my location settings are off. I turned it off. I can see my family. So I can see Lauren at Iowa State. I can see where Jonathan is in West Chicago right now. I can see where my husband is. I can see where Maya is at McDonald's. I can see where everyone is, but you can't see me unless I turn it on. So when I'm at the NAR convention in a couple of weeks, I'll probably turn on my location. Now, if I were to kind of zoom out, so I'm pinching in, just like we use like HomeSnap, we pinch in and out. I can see where some of you are because you didn't turn off your location. Now I could see my son, Ryan, somewhere way out west. and we're going to eventually see Iowa. So there's Lauren in Iowa. But the only reason why I can see her is because she turned it on just for me. So I can see there's a lot of you in Chicago right now, or Aurora. Yeah, no, that's me. That's us. So it kind of tells me where you are. So if you're not sure if you've turned on your location or not, when you click in the top left-hand corner, you need to make sure, let's go to our settings, top right. On-demand geo filters, I think that's it. Nope, that's not it. Oh, I can purchase my own now. That's new. Got to figure out how I turned it on. There it is. Who can contact me, view my stories, see my location. So let's do it again. When you click up here on your image, and then top right, the little settings icon, swipe down to where it says see my location, and then you can choose who gets to see it. And then see me in quick add. If I'm near you, you can connect with me because we're in the same place. So depending on where I am, I might turn that on or off. So I'm going back. So that's the basics of Snapchat. Let me share with you what I created in Canva. So I'm going to change the screen that you currently see, and I'm going to jump over to Canva. So now you should see Canva on my screen. And when you're looking at Canva, you'll see over to my, this is an image that I created that I could add to Facebook's My Day, Instagram story, or Snapchat story. So I built, and I'll click it, a graphic with basic text. And the measurements are 1080 by 1920. And you can literally Google Snapchat filter size. And so this is 1080 by 1920. Now, when I created it, I had to email it to myself. I haven't figured out a better way because Snapchat is truly an app. So what I did was, and let's see if I can move my picture. I clicked download and I emailed it to myself. So once it was in my downloads, I then opened up my email on my phone. So let's go back to my phone. So in my email, there it is, Carrie Snapchat. I clicked on it, and then I saved this image to my phone. So I saved it to my phone. Once I save it to my phone, so my photos, so it's now in my images. There it is down there. So you can see that it's here. I can now go back to Snapchat, and at the bottom, click those two little images. It might look different on a Droid phone. Then where it says camera roll, so to the right above my image with the ears, there is my graphic that I created talking about renting versus buying. And all I have to do is hold my finger on it. Again, if it doesn't work, swipe. And I can now send the photo or edit the photo. If I send the photo, I'm literally just sending it. That's all I'm doing. So if I were to send this now to my son, he just got it. He just received it. If I hold down my finger and I click edit, over to my right, so I'll try to do this. So over to my right, I have these icons, and one is a paperclip. The paperclip allows me to add a link to the image. So when I add a link to the image, I can choose, and I can type in pretty much anything. So let's put in, I created this one in Bitly, bit.ly/own. You can just use website, Illinois. Now you can't use this. If you use this, I'll get all of your leads. L-N-O-I-S. Go. Then what it does is it verifies that it's working. So it's working. And now when I click attach to Snap at the bottom, so at the bottom, Now when I share this, so I'll click the arrow, bottom right. I'll make my screen a little bit smaller. So I'll go back for a second. So now when I click that arrow, bottom right, I can put this on my story. I can send it to someone, and Sarah, because I think you're watching, I'm sending it to you. I'll send it to Sheena. Let's see, who else? And then when I click the arrow, I can save and replace this one, or just save a copy, or don't save it at all. So I'll click save and replace, modify. So we're good, we're done. Now if I just move my finger on the image, I'm closing it. If I go back to bottom of the screen and click, anything that I put on my story, I can see. So let's just kind of click through my story. And I'm fast forwarding through my story just by tapping the screen. I only created this image because my daughter keeps sending me those pictures. So there we go. There we go. There we go. Here it is. So now notice at the bottom, I could have placed in my image, swipe for details. So that's probably a good idea. So when you swipe and someone clicks, it takes them to the landing page. They won't see the clip. It'll be different for them because I'm in my story. So this is a great way to generate leads. I have a listing that I received from building a story around real estate, and this person didn't actually click. She just sent me a message and said, hey, Carrie, I'm ready to list my house. During another class, when I was teaching this, when I posted it, I had someone say, hey, Carrie, I'm looking to purchase. It wasn't in our state, so I had to look for a client in another state, or an agent in another state. So and I'm closing this, just by using tools like, and I'm going to jump back to Canva, you can build graphics in Canva and you can upload them, whether it's on Facebook, Instagram, or Snapchat, and you can generate leads. Yeah, I know, something new, something else to learn, but the truth is this is where the next generation is. I had a lender refer a buyer to me yesterday, and when she referred the buyer to me, here, let's go back to where you just see me. So I'll just talk to you. Okay. So I had a lender refer a client to me, and, I was like, can I call her? She was like, yes. So I called because she told me I could call. When I called this client, potential buyer, she actually sent a text back and said she could go see the house yesterday or today. So I realized right away that she was going to prefer text. When I went to show her the property, I also realized quickly that she was a millennial and she liked text. So I talked to her and I said, listen, you can text me anytime you want. You can call me if you want. She was like, no, text is better. This is how they're communicating. They're communicating with this. The next generation wants it quick. They want it now. It doesn't mean you can't an agent say, Carrie, I'm working on a program, and they're saying, call. But integrate this new technology, because this is how they communicate. One of my kids said, hey, I only check email because I have to. Because when they get to college, they have to. Well, some colleges have gotten away from email. They're just using messaging within their college software for classroom grades, for assignments. That's how they're communicating. But that next generation, they're going to communicate with you the way they want to be communicated with. And if you force someone to do what they want, they're going to move on to the next person. So anyway, do I have any questions? Any questions? Let's see. Hi, Catherine. Any questions? No questions? I'll give myself likes. I'll give myself hearts while you guys decide if you want to ask me questions. There's a football game. Any questions? Do you want to join me and talk to me face to face? I can add you to the call. Can I start over from the beginning? Lily, you're crazy. But I will tell you when I'm done, you can actually, you can just start it over and watch it all over again, and you can pause it this time. People. Are you telling me something, Meredith? Let's see. When you post to Snapchat, do you always have to choose people? No, you can just choose your story. So if I were to share my screen again, so now I'm just sharing my phone. So when you're on Snapchat, you can just choose to send it to a story. You don't have to send it anywhere else. So, hi. So once I create my 10-second snap, or if I hold it down longer, at the bottom of the screen, when I click the arrow, I can choose to send it to people, or I can choose to send it to my story. And right below my story is our story. So our story are those are people that I actually put in a certain, that are people that I want to share with all the time. I have a family group that I've created, and I didn't share this with you earlier. I have one where Chicago Super Women, there we go, at the top of my screen. So let's just say I wanted to create a group. So if I created a group with Ryan, as soon as I click Ryan's name and then Lauren's name, look what happened in the top right-hand corner. So at the top, I now have 3 people, and those 3 people I can now create a group. And when I click group, click on that image, it allows me to, I just grouped Ryan and Lauren, and I can change the name. So just by clicking on those people, I can actually give it a title. So there's more ways to share, but no, you don't always have to send it to individual people. You can just send it to a story. And if you ask the people that are using this, they're like, if it's meant for the story, just share it to the story. If it's meant for someone else, just send it to someone else. I send it to people specifically because I know that they're not watching my story every day. And then I'll also add it to my story. But when I figure out you're watching my story, I'm sending it to you. But as you can see, my sister and I have a 90-day streak. Let's go look at what my husband sent. So I'm going to close that. So when you click, oh, Sheena sent something, but I don't know what she sent, so I won't click it. So when I click Mark, there he is. That's Mark. He loves that one, but you can't hear it. Yeah, he likes, and he's probably singing. He likes to make things really funny. So if you ever follow him, let's look at his name. Oh, Coach Big Little. If you follow his story, he sings about real estate. It's quite funny, but he usually uses a filter. Oh, you're welcome. Let's see. What is the best way to find if a client is on Snapchat, or do you send them something to join? Well, let me say this. So I'll click on my image in the top. I can click add friends. And when I click add friends, it will show you everyone in your phone by clicking view all, who you could add that's in your phone database that's on Snapchat. So here's a client that's on Snapchat. Here's a lender that's on Snapchat. Here's another real estate agent that's on Snapchat. There's a lender that's on Snapchat, another real estate agent. So as soon as and I'll go back, as soon as you click on your image in the top left-hand corner and you click add friends, if you click view all, you can find anyone that's in your phone that's on Snapchat. Here's a tip. That was a great question. When you're at this screen, if you click on your snap code, I can now share this snap code on Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, you name it. So if I click share snap code, I can now tweet and I can say, follow me on Snapchat today. think that's what it says. There you go. User, and I'm going to actually type this in just because someone might need to know that. And then when I tweet, I just I think I need to log back into Twitter. But as soon as you tweet, people can follow you right away. It is app driven. I can also notice at the bottom, I can save the snap code to my camera roll. And now that it's in my photos, I can easily go to Facebook. I can go to one of my business pages. And I can say, I'll add my image. Follow me on Snapchat for behind the scenes with Carrie. Hashtag coffee. Coffee with Carrie. Can't spell. I need a bigger phone. There you go. Continue. Publish. There you go. It's all on Snapchat, or it's on my Facebook business page. So people can find you that way. So that was a really good question. Let's see. What else? Yeah, I need to work on this a lot to take it in. Lily, if you just type in Carrie, let me say this. If you can't find me right now and you're watching, if you're watching on your phone, just open up Snapchat. And when you open up Snapchat, just like this, I want you to hold your Snapchat screen over this image. So you have to turn the your camera around. And once you turn it around, if you hold your finger in the middle of the screen, you can snap my code. Lily, it's I'll find you, Lily. What's your snap code? Since you can't find me, add friends. Now, if I type your name in, so Lily, let's try this. Lily, if you have like there you go. I think that's you, Lily. Doesn't like you. What's your name, Lily? Okay, Chris. So Lily, I need your username. And just to quickly recap, you don't have to add people. You can choose to just create a snap. So I could create a snap, and then I can choose to just download it and never use it. So this is what I've done before, is I would turn my screen around. Let's do this. Let's do the frog thing. And once I'm finished, I can just save it. And then I don't ever have to put this on Snapchat. I could use it somewhere else. So there's many ways you could repurpose this video. Coffee with Carrie. Okay, well, something was canceled. So if you're not, there you are, Lily. I'm going to add you now. If you just post your username in the live chat or in the chat, I'll follow you. So I'm going to go follow Lily. Username, Lily Y. I don't know why it doesn't like that. L-I, maybe I'm spelling your name wrong. L-I, maybe I need to put my glasses on, Lily. I try to not use the glasses because of my glare. L-I-L-L-I-E. Hi, Angela. Great video today on Instagram. There you are, Lily. So I'll click add. I wonder if it's case sensitive, Lily. That was weird. No, I don't think so. So now I'm going to send you a snap. Hi, Lily. Thanks for joining me. So notice, because I added Lily at the bottom, so bottom left, it just has Lily's name. I'm just sending it to her. So here I'm going to add Angela. Don't you want to come say hi to everyone, Mark? Angela H. Hot property, like that. There you are. It starts to find you. Actually, it said open my mouth. So just sent that to Angela. Let's find Carrie O'Connor. Are you coming to say hi, Mark? Oh, come here, wait, so we can show them how the double ears work. He's dying to do this, I'm sure. Lean forward. So yeah, like not right, right? So let's find Carrie, and we're done. Thanks for joining me, Carrie O'Connor. Carrie, it didn't come up. Is it all one? Is it all together? Carrie, I need help. Okay, Carrie, I need you to go open up your account, your Snap code, and I need you to tell me what that says. And then we're done. Thanks for joining me. I'll try to go live again before at least 2 more times before the NAR convention. I'm working on a video, a drone video. Thanks again.